Good morning, my lovely grade 3 students. I hope you're all doing great and I miss you all so much. This week in fractions, we're going to start by revising what we learned last week and we're going to learn more about fractions. So let's check it out together. So as I said, today we're going to do a revision of fractions. Last week we covered the basic fractions. Today we're going to do a quick revision on it and then move to the new concept of fractions. So let's start by defining a fraction. What is a fraction? A fraction can be a part of a whole or it can be a part of a set. So let's give examples of both. A part of a whole is when I draw a circle, or it can be a square or a rectangle or many other shapes, and divide that shape into several parts. Then, if I shade one of the parts, this is called a fraction. This shaded part is a fraction because it's a part of the whole circle. How can a fraction also be part of a set? So, let's say I have 3 boys and 2 girls. The girls over here are part of the set, so they can also be represented as fractions. How do we represent fractions in number form? Let's give some examples. For example, let's say I have this rectangle and I cut it into 3 equal parts. As I said, equal is the key word here. The parts all have to be equal. So, if I shade 2 parts from the 3 parts, how can this be represented in number form? So as we said, in order to write fractions in number form, we have a line, which is called the fraction bar. This line is called the fraction bar. Above the fraction bar, we have a number, and below the fraction bar, we have another number. The number that's above the fraction bar is called the numerator. And the number that's below the fraction bar is called the denominator. So this can also be represented as the number of shaded parts is the number that's on top, and the total number of parts is the number that's below the fraction bar. So let's see. In this rectangle, what is the total number of parts? 1, 2, 3. So the denominator is 3. What is the number of shaded parts? Only 1, 2 are shaded. So this is how I represented my fraction in number form. Now, how can I represent this same fraction in word form? As I said, we write it as word. We start with the numerator. I write 2. The numerator is written normally, but when it comes to the denominator, I don't write it as 3. I say 2/3. Let's give more examples of converting fractions from number form to word form. So, if I have this fraction, how can I convert it to word form? Let's start by writing the numerator in words as it is. So that's 1. And then the denominator, I don't say 4, I say 1/4. 1/4. What if I have this fraction? How can I convert it to word form? I write the numerator as it is in words, so that's 3. And then when I want to write the denominator, I don't write 5, I say 3/5. One last example on converting fractions from number form to word form is this. I start with the numerator, which is 2, and I don't say 7, I say 1/2/7.